Welcome back, you guys. Hope you're doing well. Today we have a ton of things that we need to accomplish. We were gone for a couple weeks in June for some family vacations, and then I had a work thing that I was away for a week. So we came back and our garden is, as you can guess, a complete disaster. We've already spent a decent amount of time weeding, and we filled up probably 5 or 6, storage containers, storage totes worth of just weeds. So we have to finish weeding. We have to do some harvesting of some of our lettuces. I have some trellises that I need to make because our tomato plants are shooting up real quick, and we need to get those trellises in the boxes. And if we're lucky, our blackberries and our red raspberries are slowly but surely coming along, and I think we should be able to harvest them. So we're gonna get tackling on those jobs. Here we go. So we just have 8-foot hog panels, and that will be, good enough for what we're using. Obviously hog panels or cattle panel, whatever you want to call it, they're pretty popular when it comes to trellises. So I'm just going to use this grinder here with just a cutoff wheel, and I'll cut it in half or roughly in half, and then it's got some stakes that'll fit nicely into the boxes, and we'll be good to go with those trellises there. So let's get these cut off. So in this box here we have kale. Kale mixed with some weeds. Let's see if I can find one here. Let's see. This thing right here. Oop. This is lamb's quarter. Let's see if we can focus there. This is just a common weed. We have so much of it kind of all over. But the rest of this is kale, and this is obviously a ton. We let it go probably way too long, and so I need to harvest as much as I can with this. And what I like to do is I just take a pair of scissors, go down to the stem, cut it. You have a kale leaf there. 90% of this is gonna go in our freezer, which you're like, why would you freeze it? Well, we love smoothies, and there is nothing better than come December or January when we don't want to go to the grocery store and we can just go into our freezer and we have kale that we were able to grow, throw it in a smoothie, and it's delicious. So I am going to harvest as much as I can of this. This is going to be a lot, and we'll see how long this takes and how long I can, how much I can get from this harvest here. So here we go. We have a literal mound of kale here. I can't really put it into perspective. This is my hand. This is the size of the kale pile. So this will be a good harvest here. I'm gonna go, get out here. I'm gonna go to the veggie wash station. I'm gonna drape it out and rinse it off there. And then while it's drying off, I have a ton of dwarf shell peas that I need to harvest. And these are our dwarf shell peas, and we don't have a ton, but it'll be good. Nice little snack that we can throw in the fridge. And, oh man, are the flies bad anywhere else where you're at? They're horrible this year here. One thing that I forgot actually to mention over there, and I was looking it up the other day, there's this device called Quick Harvest or Quick Cut, I think it is. And if you probably have seen it or maybe heard of it, it's like this device that you can run over greens, and it kind of rotates, and it has like these rope knots that knocks the greens into this collection bin, and it uses a drill, and it looks super slick. And so I looked it up. I wanted to see how much it was. It was almost $700. So I don't think we're going to be investing in it, but if you're out there and you have one and you use it, let me know, because I'm really curious. I really want to know if it's worth the effort or worth the price. And I feel like if you're doing some sort of like, you know, if you're selling your greens and you really need to make it quick, it's probably worth it. But if you're just a homesteader like us and you just, you know, only grow for what you consume, and if you have one, let me know if you think it's worth it. But I'm gonna finish harvesting these beans. So we didn't get as many peas as I would like, but it's okay. In a couple days or a week or so, there'll be a plenty that we can harvest. So the last thing that I'm gonna try and get done today is I'm gonna try and find some of our wild blackberries and raspberries. We've been able to maybe get 2 or 3 cups this year so far, but I have a feeling, I'm hoping that a lot have kind of ripened since we last picked. So I'm gonna go and kind of scout our perimeter because that's where most of our plants are, and I'm gonna see how many I can get. So this is always exciting to see because we have a good amount of berries here, and it's these wild, it's these wild blackberries, which they're a lot smaller than what you'd find in the grocery store. They're a little bit tartar, but they're still super delicious. And when you can walk out your front door and they're just right here, can't beat it. Can't beat it. So I'm gonna see. I doubt I'm gonna be able to fill this bowl up, but if I can, I'm calling that a success. Well, we did not fill the bowl. We didn't even get close to filling the bowl, but that's okay. For about 10 minutes worth of work, we probably picked about $10 worth of berries. So I don't know, you do the math. Is that worth it? I could definitely tell though that there's some that within a week or two they're gonna be fully ripened, ready to pick. And this is early. I mean, we usually don't pick our berries until July, and like end of July, early August, and then throughout the month of August. So I'm just happy that we were able to get some at this point in the year. Thank you guys for watching though. This was the first real harvest that we've had this year. So we had kale, we had some peas, we had the berries. We were able to get some of our trellises up. We did a ton of weeding just to make everything look nice and so that we don't have our boxes taken over with weeds. That just kind of shows with homesteading, there's always so much to do and you're only yourself and maybe your spouse or family, but you can only do as much as you can, and that's always good enough. So I am sweating. I'm getting sweat in my eye. I'm gonna sign off. My name is Austin. This is Cypress and Sparrow Homestead. Thank you guys for watching the video. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.